Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is One of One, but you can call me Seven, and I hope that I'm not faking you guys out this time. I think this should be the final episode of Steins Gate. Actually, maybe I just shouldn't say that anymore. I have no idea how long this, I found out it's not chapter 10, it's chapter 11, something having to do with CERN. It's in the save file, literally, but we are in a different chapter entirely, so this could take a little longer than we think. So I'm gonna say maybe it's the finale. This is the final episode of Steins Gate, but otherwise, we just got more to do. Suzuha just informed us that we were meant to fail and that we needed to watch Makize die the first time, and now we know that Dr. Nakabachi has sought asylum in Russia and that there's something to do with the Upa character, like mascot, Rhinet Access Battlers thing that Maedi loves, and it's in the envelope, and Makize must have picked it up, I think. So it's in the envelope that Dr. Nakabachi had, and that's why, you know, it caused World War III, the butterfly effect, as Okabe so eloquently put it. So let's see what does Suzuha mean by see for yourself. Suzuha points to the phone in my hand. Then you'll understand. Okay, what are you talking about? The message should already be in your phone. The message you sent from 2025. What? A video mail? You received one, didn't you? She's right. When was that again? July 28th, right after I met Kurisu for the first time. Just as I was about to contact Maedi, I received a mysterious video mail from an address I had never seen before. Is that what she's talking about? But there was nothing on it, just noise. Try again. Suzuha grins. If you try now, after failing once to save Makize Kurisu's life, you should be able to see it. Are you kidding me? Is that even possible? Go on then. Have a look, buddy. 728. Same address. I'm not convinced, but I checked my phone just to be sure, and there I find a saved video mail. When I check the sender's address, I realize that it's from the same address as the D-mail just now. So they're from the same person, and this person is me in 15 years? 15 years. 2025. The year I die, according to Suzuha. I sent this message on the eve of my death, a message to myself in 2010. Suzuha said that there was a plan to reach Steins Gate. Could that plan be in this video? Maedi and Daru peek over my shoulder. I take a deep breath and press play with a trembling finger. Nothing appears on the screen but noise. Nothing has changed after all. There's no hidden message or anything. The noise suddenly dissolves, revealing the silhouette of a man. It looks like the video was shot somewhere dark. I can't see the man's face. Unkempt hair, a lab coat. That's all I can make out. Is that you in 15 years? Something about him just says Okari. Really? Is this guy really me? My phone's tiny screen has become a window onto the future. I can't believe I'm about to hear a message from myself. Then go watch the news if you already have. Then keep listening. So that last mail was from him, from me. It doesn't feel real. Greetings. Hajimemashite. It's been 15 years, I suppose you could say. Your voice is so deep and cool. I'm not gonna lie, he does sound pretty sick. Year's 2025. I'm sending this video by a process similar to D-mail. You dismantled the phone wave, so did I. But not 1 year later, I, which is to say you, turned back to time travel as my last hope. I've spent 14 years researching time travel. Along the way, I managed to design a D-mail transmitter that wasn't bound by the 36-byte limit. The fact that you're watching this means that you failed to save Kurisu. It hurts, doesn't it? I know how you feel. After all, I went through it myself 15 years ago. That's right. I failed too. I've lived with that failure for 15 years. You understand why you had to fail? It was necessary. Necessary to give me the proper motivation. You failed to save Kurisu. You killed her with your own two hands. Your guilt, your self-loathing have driven me for 15 years. They gave me the focus I needed to complete my plan. Very similar to a line said by, I think, Darth Maul in Star Wars The Clone Wars, where he says that rage kept him alive for so long. gave him the focus. Without your failure, you would not be watching this message now. As you know, this world line is subject to attractor field convergence. Time travel alone cannot save Kurisu. That is why you had to fail. To create the chain of causality that linked you to me. Because you failed, I spent the last 15 years researching time travel. As the revelations Nakabachi unleashed sped the world towards nuclear war, I continued my research in secret. Suzuha's time machine is the result. Although the finishing touches were Daru's and mine, its design was based on the theory that CERN first developed, and that Kurisu improved on the world line you undid. Its model number is C204C for Christina. I believe you understand what that signifies. Now that the causal link has been established, allow me to explain the final stage of the plan. The purpose of this plan is to change divergence and reach the unknown world line called Steins Gate. By the way, I'm the one who named it Steins Gate. You, of all people, know why I chose that name. Because it sounds cool. Isn't that right? That's so sick. Oh my god. There are two conditions you must meet to reach Steins Gate. First, you must save Makize Kurisu. Second, you must destroy the Nakabachi paper. I know what you're thinking. Convergence won't let you change the past. No matter what you do, Kurisu will die. But rest assured, there is a way. You can save Kurisu. Listen carefully. On July 28th, the first time you went to Nakabachi's presentation, blissfully unaware of what was about to happen, you must not change what you first saw. Those events have been established. They are the result upon which this world line converges. However, there is room for deception. You don't understand, I know. Calm down. I'll explain. You're going to deceive yourself. The first you saw Kurisu lying in a pool of blood. If you were to change that fact, it would render everything that you have done since, as well as everything that I have done, a paradox. After finding Kurisu's body, you sent an email, which was intercepted by Echelon, which tipped off CERN. Recall your experiences on the Alpha World line. You saw more than just Mighty's death. You saw Kurisu alive and well. You made her a lab member despite her protest, and together you built the Time Leap machine. It was only 3 weeks. She was there, beside you. Those memories are yours. Those memories are mine. They are the proof that we did not live only on this world line where Kurisu died on July 28th. You traveled to the Alpha world line. You met Kurisu and fell in love. You sacrificed the dreams of those closest to you, but still you fought to give Mighty a future. For 3 weeks you fought, and now those memories are part of you. If you had not seen Kurisu's body in the hallway of Radikan, you would not have sent that first email. CERN would not have found you. When you encountered Kurisu later, you would not have been shocked to see her alive. You would not have spoken the words that led her to your doorstep. Without those memories, you would not now be willing to travel through time to save her. I would not have spent my life searching for a path to Steins Gate. I would not have recorded this message. Daru and I would not have completed the time machine. Suzuha would not be standing beside you now. You must not reject the 3 weeks you spent drifting between world lines. You must not undo the past. Those 3 weeks made you who you are, a man who would do anything to save the woman he loves. Your desperation made me who I am, a man who has given everything to make that dream come true. This moment would not be possible if not for the memories that you and I share. The man you are trying to create, a man with none of those memories to drive him, could never stand where you stand now. It all meant something. My preparations are complete. The rest is up to you. The final phase of Operation Scold will now commence. Your mission Change the outcome without changing established events. You saw Makize Kurisu lying in a pool of blood. That has been established. But at the same time, only that has been established. Deceive yourself. Deceive the world. That is the choice which will lead you to Steins Gate. Good luck. That's so. This is so cool. It's like a Mission Impossible-esque type deal. Oh my god. This is so sick. Oh my god. I mean, you know, poke as many plot holes into it as you like. That doesn't change the fact that this is sick as hell. At least in my point of view. Psy Kongroo. And with that, the video ends. Mighty and Daru look dumbfounded. They obviously didn't understand a single word. I, however... I didn't mean to copy him, but laughter bubbles up from the depths of my soul. Not minutes ago I was lost in despair. I was ready to kill myself for what I had done. But now, I'm laughing. Operation Scold Psy Kongroo? I'm 33 years old and I still have no shame. Deceive myself, deceive the world. That's such chuny bullshit. It's pathetic, laughable, a juvenile fantasy, but at the same time, it feels right. Very well. If this is the choice of Steins Gate, then so be it. I am the insane mad scientist, Hoin Kiyomada. Deceiving the world is child's play. It looks like I have to change the world after all. Damn, that's the most diabolical evil laugh I've heard from him. Whoa, I thought Okarin was finally turning serious, but now he's back to his usual antics. No, this is definitely Okarin in his truest form. Yeah, I know what you mean. Okarin just isn't Okarin unless he's laughing like an idiot. Hoin Kiyoma. She got the name right. So this time he'll definitely save Makize Kurisu. But deceive the world? What's that supposed to mean? Yeah, I mean, isn't it obvious? The only established fact about the past is that I saw Kurisu lying in a pool of blood. That's the extent of my observation. Kurisu was lying in a pool of blood. As for whether she was alive or dead, that's still open to interpretation. Isn't that right, future me? Mighty tilts her head, she still doesn't get it. For example, just think of it like this. Kurisu was merely unconscious, and the blood was just a coat of red paint. Oh, is that what happened? Mighty's eyes open wide in wonder. I give up, she's not going to understand. Wait a second, the news reports all said that she was... What's true now doesn't matter. Only what Uncle Okarin saw on July 28th matters. Really? Really. And that's because I'm not the Okabe Rintaro who lived on the Beta World line after Kurisu died. I traveled to the Alpha World line and back. I am not bound by whatever effect Kurisu's death may have had during that time. What I'm going to do is recreate what I saw, and only what I saw, but this time, I'll do it so Kurisu doesn't have to die. Don't forget, you also need to destroy the Nakabachi paper. Can you handle it? I mean, I think we're ready. Who do you think you're talking to, part-time warrior? Part-time warrior? Have you forgotten? I am the insane mad scientist, Hoin Kiyoma. I disregard the blank stares of my comrades and brush back my hair with a flourish. My plan is flawless. Operation Scold will succeed. But I need to prepare. Give me 30 minutes. Suzuha tightens her expression. Aw, geez, I accidentally skipped it again. And nods firmly. Okay. Man, she's a soldier. This poor girl. I squat against the roof's chain fence with my eyes closed. To refresh my memory, I pull out the drawers of my mental archive and sort through each file one by one. My actions that day, Mighty's actions, my conversation with Kurisu, Nakabachi's presentation. With those memories to guide me, I begin to draw up a plan for how to complete my mission. You got the stuff? Okay. I'm a little tense, but I open my eyes once I hear Mighty's voice. Then it's time. Yosh. Oinkyoma de aru. I take a deep breath and stand up. Mighty's faster on her feet than Daru and I are, so I had her pick up some things for me. She went all the way to the lab and back in the sweltering heat, but she's not even breathing hard. She runs up to me with a triumphant smile, almost like a playful puppy, shaking her tail. Oh. There you go. Will this work? In her hand is a plastic stick, about 30 centimeters long. I take it and nod in satisfaction. Good work, Mighty. Oh, she's happy to not be a burden. Oh, I also brought you this. She hands me a banana. I guess she's telling me not to try time travel on an empty stomach. Gee, thanks. What's that? Banana dayo. No, I mean that stick. It's not a stick, it's a sword. Oh, one of our lab's many inventions, future gadget number 6, the Psy saber. It's a red Psy glow stick and a central item for idol and voice actress concerts. But it's not just a glow stick, it's saber shaped, just as its name implies, so you can reenact scenes from Spark Wars. Wow. Furthermore, it can also form fake blood clots. Detach the cap at the tip and thick blood start. Oh. I really don't get what you were trying to accomplish when you made this. We wanted to make our sword fights more realistic. What he means to say is that everything is inevitable. I think I see the plan. You're gonna use that Psy stuff as a stand-in for Makize Kurisu's blood, aren't you? He's full Junibyo. I stuffed my cheeks with banana, enraptured by my own genius. I truly am a mad scientist. I put the Psy saber into my pocket. It's about 30 centimeters long, so it sticks out a little, but I don't mind. I had Daru buy me a stun gun earlier. I pocket that too. With this, my preparations are complete. I give Suzuha a glance. Let's go, Uncle Okarin. One more time. One more trip to July 28th. There and back. That's all the fuel we have left. This is our last chance. You ready? I'm scared. Leave it to me. I will change the world. We're back. I follow Suzuha into the time machine. While waiting for Mighty to return, I asked Suzuha if there was a chance that I might run into myself from last time. In other words, the me who killed Kurisu. She replied that wasn't possible. The world line where I killed Kurisu is minutely different from the one to which the time machine will take us. Time travel has a very small effect on divergence, much too small to cause any noticeable changes, but enough to ensure that there can never be two versions of the same time traveler. However, it is important to remember that world lines are not parallel worlds. Ultimately, attractive field convergence merges them into a single world line. My actions are not meaningless. If I succeed in deceiving both myself and the world, the entire universe will converge upon a different future. Mighty leans through the hatch and gently strokes my cheek. Come back, okay? Of course. I return the smile and give her a thumbs up. I close the hatch as Daru and Mighty see me off with words of encouragement. Suzuha's already operating the time machine. The fate of the future hangs on this mission. Suzuha speaks as she presses some buttons. We're counting on you, Uncle. Oji-san. Instead of answering, I close my eyes. I find myself strangely calm. No impatience, no tension, none of the anxiety I felt the first time. How many times have I tasted failure? My hubris hurt those closest to me. My foolishness cost them their dreams. And even though those mistakes have been undone, the memories still remain as a brand on my heart. You must not reject the 3 weeks you spent drifting between world lines. You must not undo the past. It all meant something. Every mistake, every sacrifice. Without them, I would not be standing here now. From that knowledge, I draw strength, confidence, and pride. The memories I shoulder deserve nothing less. And so, I am no longer afraid. I will reach the unknown world line, Steins Gate. Its future is uncertain, but that is how it should be. Exactly what I said in the last episode. For once, I need not worry what fate has in store. Only one thing matters now. Saving Kurisu. Gravity pulls at my back. Rainbow lights start drifting through the compartment. It's time. This is my Ragnarok. Oh boy. Hell yes. Let's go. I am ready, and I hope you guys are too. I exit the time machine onto the familiar rooftop. As before, it's empty. I can see the top of the train station a short distance away. This is different music, by the way, I just realized, I think. Something that we haven't heard before. This is the third time I've been here now. I run through the plan in my head one last time. Time is short, but I have no choice. I have to do it. No, I will do it. Failure isn't an option. There we go. I wait for Suzuha to break the lock, then I run inside just like last time. Narrowly avoiding the first me again, I descend to the 7th floor. Last time I went all the way down to the 4th floor, but not this time. I direct my attention to the capsule toy machines near the landing. It's time for step 1. Rainet Kakadu Character Doll Series. This is it. On July 28th, the first me won a super rare metal Upa from this very machine. No time to waste. I insert the 100 yen coin I prepared beforehand and turn the lever hard. A capsule falls into the slot, just as I grab it. Look, Rainet! My heart leaps into my throat. That was Mighty's voice. She's already here? I quickly turn and leave the area before Mighty can see my face. Luckily, she's so entranced by the capsule toy machines that she doesn't realize who I am. Once I get down to the 4th floor, I check the contents of the capsule. The metal Upa is inside. This is the prize that was meant for me, which means the first me will get. The answer is obvious. Phase 1 is complete. Time for Phase 2. I turn around abruptly. Oh! Kurisu is standing behind me, her mouth open in surprise. Dude, he just knows. My timing was perfect. Hey, you just came down from the... I'm going to save you. Leave everything to me. What? I say no more. If I tell her everything, she'll have no reason to talk to the first me. On July 28th, she came to me during Nakabachi's presentation. She claimed that I tried to tell her something, then proceeded to drag me out into the hallway for further questioning. That is part of my experience. This should be enough to ensure that it happens exactly as I remember. I pat Kurisu on the shoulder. Hey, you'll get him next time, champ. And then just race back up the stairs. Okay, chotto mate. I run to the 6th floor, then creep up towards the 7th floor landing until I can just make out the capsule toy machines. As expected, there's the first me about to turn the lever in Mighty's stead. Ah, it's an Upa. Is it rare? It's not rare, but isn't it just so cute? She loves Upa. Okay. I grinned to myself. It worked. The order changed. Mighty now has a regular Upa, not the metal one I gave her the first time. And that means... Thank you all for coming to Dr. Nakabachi's Time Machine press conference. The presentation is about to begin. The first me heads up to the 8th floor, so the way that I see this happening, he needs to change events drastically, but not so drastically that perception for the world and for Okabe changes, right? It needs to be that everything happens as it does, but the metal Upa is no longer something that a metal detector can detect, and the Nakabachi paper gets destroyed in this Russian plane incident, right? So, because maybe he's gonna let him get away, because he's not going to, because he can't and that's why he has a stun gun. He can't feasibly kill Kurisu. Or, excuse me, he can't feasibly kill, well, technically it would be Kurisu, or not Kurisu, Makize, wouldn't it? Because of their last names, whatever. He can't feasibly kill Nakabachi because Kurisu wouldn't let him. And something about destroying the paper? I don't know. Her thesis? I don't know. But Mighty doesn't move. She takes out a pen and starts signing the Upa just as planned. Okay. When Dr. Nakabachi defected to Russia on August 21st, he had Mighty's metal Upa with him. If he has a plastic one instead, it should change the fate of the Nakabachi. I literally just explained this. How exactly did Mighty's Upa fall into Dr. Nakabachi's hands? That's a really good question. And then she goes, is she gonna go running? I watch as Mighty finishes signing her name. She nods in satisfaction, then runs after the first me. Oh, okay. Just before she gets to the stairs, she puts the Upa into her coat pocket, but it doesn't go in all the way. As she runs up the stairs, I see it fall out and roll away. And she's completely oblivious. A moment later, I look at the Upa lying on the floor. No, homie. You pick it up. You put it in the thing. Howie's in the middle of his presentation upstairs. He doesn't have any opportunity. Oh, or... That's when Kurisu comes up from downstairs. I quickly hide in the stairwell across the landing. She pick it up? Does she also like this stuff? She is a bit of an otaku. Kurisu reaches the 7th floor without noticing me. She finds the fallen Upa and picks it up. So it was Kurisu who found the Upa, the butterfly effect. In 3 weeks, this completely innocuous event changes the outcome of an accidental fire on one of what must be thousands of planes flying that way, that day. By extension, it changes the fate of the entire human race. Oh god. Kurisu looks curiously at the Upa, then looks around as if searching for the owner. Of course, Kurisu doesn't know who Maedi is. At this point in time, those two aren't even acquainted yet. Does she slip it in the... After realizing there's no one around, Kurisu puts the Upa into her envelope and goes up to the 8th floor. Now that I've seen what I need to see, I go upstairs too and head to the employee hallway. Are we gonna make it to Steins Gate? Here's where it gets serious. I grip the Psy saber and shake it silently, thus activating the red fluorescent reaction inside. It'll last about 10 minutes. It should get dim before Kurisu makes her appearance. I know what I need to do. The problem is that my window of opportunity is so slim. Will I be able to handle the enraged Dr. Nakabachi? You've really got one chance now, brother. One mistake and Kurisu will die. What are you afraid of? Hoin Kyoma. Everything's going according to plan. Operation Skull is flawless. You spent 15 years perfecting it. Remember? Believe in yourself. Believe in Hoin Kyoma. Hoin Kyoma will save Kurisu. I close my eyes and wait for the time to come, hidden behind the same pile of cardboard boxes as last time. I hear the sound of sparse applause from the event hall, which means I should be hearing footsteps soon. There she is. Here we go. There they are. Kurisu has come, right on time. She leans against the wall and looks inside her envelope, smiling softly as she does, and now I know the reason behind that smile. It's the Upa inside. She's probably smiling at how adorable it is. That smile really doesn't suit you, Kurisu. I stifle a chuckle. I'm surprised I'm calm enough to feel that way despite the current situation. Once Nakabachi appears, that's my signal to spring into action. I'll bring out the Psy saber as soon as that bastard tries to take out his knife. Then I'll scare him away and stun Kurisu. Oh! I misunderstood. I see. The stun gun I brought should handle both tasks flawlessly. That's the plan, at least. Are you going to run it, dude? The next set of footsteps echoes down the hallway. Kurisu looks up. I can't see Nakabachi, but I know it's him. Okay, thank God. You wanted to talk? Are you listening, Papa? Even the words she speaks are the same. I heard you were giving a presentation on time travel, so I thought about it too. Could it be possible to make a time machine? The atmosphere is far from pleasant. Nakabachi doesn't even try to hide his displeasure, and the first me is probably at fault for that. At least partially. Looks like it's about time for Nakabachi to go to ballistic. I grip the Psy saber and make one final check. It's already dimmed down. Now all I have to do is remove the cap at the tip and the fake blood will... My breath catches in my throat. In the darkness of my hiding spot, I bring the Psy saber close to my eyes and peer inside. It's begun to coagulate? No, this shouldn't happen. I was certain the liquid would remain fluid for around 30 minutes after losing luminescence. Was it defective? Come to think of it, we never tested the Psy saber. It can only be used once before the tube needs to be replaced. Given the lab's financial situation, we thought it would be a waste to use it, so we never did. How could I have failed to consider this possibility? If I'd had half a brain, I would have brought a spare. This is bad. The plan is falling apart. Okay. Things are moving fast. Things are moving fast. What do we do? Time won't stop for me. How do I recover from the setback? I can't leave. Nakabachi's about to attack his daughter. If I make my appearance after that, it'll be the same as last time. I'll end up killing Kurisu again, no matter what. I can't let that happen. What do I do? Do I go back to the time machine and try again? No, remember what Suzuha said? There's not enough fuel for another trip. This is my last chance. What do we do? Yeah, we know everything that he's saying. My heart is pounding. I'm sweating like crazy. It feels like I've just run a marathon. I cover my mouth to suppress the sound of my breathing. I can just imagine him there, sitting in the back, just like, just like breathing so heavily and trying to like muffle it with his hand. Brother, you gotta spring into action. Nakabachi's about to snap. Events are proceeding just like last time, barreling inexorably towards disaster. Please, I find myself begging, make time stop. But another voice from within answers. Are you praying? Hoin Kyoma? Have you forgotten? I wanted to prove once and for all that you are nothing compared to me. Change the future. Deceive the world. But that brat in the lab coat ruined everything. I know you were laughing at me too. Oh, I see. The brat in the lab coat is us. Okabe. Here we go. Fine, I'll give it to you. There we go. I won't court the mercy of a heartless god. What a metal line. I will save Kurisu myself. She won't die again. Not at my hands. Not at anyone's. Okay. Stealing it? I didn't think even you would do something like... There we go. Strikes Kurisu on the cheek. It's starting. Here we go. Okay. What's your move, buddy? You gotta make your move. Come on. Her cries of agony fill my ears. There's still a way to prevent Kurisu's death. That puddle of blood I saw beneath Kurisu's body. There's one more way to reproduce it. Without killing her father? Because she's not going to let you. Are you going to do it to yourself? Wait, I don't know. I don't like this. One more way, one last chance. It's a gamble to be sure. Even if it succeeds, I don't know what effect it might have on the Steins Gate world line. Because you're going to... No, please don't do it to yourself, dude. Come on, please. Oh, it would be so full character coming full circle. Please don't do this to me. I can't. Nobody's allowed to be better than me, understand, especially my own daughter. Abandon you, shame of being your father, it's all your fault. It matters not. I am Hoin Kyoma, the mad scientist who defies God. My true desire is chaos. I have no need for a predetermined future. There he goes. Calmly, I step out from my hiding spot. Nakabachi looks at me in disbelief. His eyes are wide and bloodshot. Here we go. You're the brat who ruined my presentation. Nakabachi lets go of Kurisu. How dare you show your face? Why does everyone get in my way? You and Kurisu planned this. You brats won't get away with this. Pulls the knife from his pocket. Once I see that glint, I laugh disdainfully. Try it. If you dare. Who are you? My name is Hoin Kyoma. What? Ho for Phoenix, then In, and finally the terrible truth that must never be revealed. Hoin Kyoma dearu. I am the bringer of chaos, the destroyer of order, and I am the one who will end your ambition. Hi, Kurisu. Kurisu staggers to her feet, with her hand to her neck. Run away. Never. I dismiss Kurisu's plea and instead turn to Nakabachi with my arms spread wide. What's wrong, Dr. Nakabachi? Aren't you going to kill me? Or have you lost your nerve? Of course, a mere mortal can never slay a god such as I. Go on. Go on. Do the laugh. You little. Nakabachi goes into a frenzy. He charges me with his knife point first. Nakabachi has completely lost his mind. I can see it in his eyes. He won't stop. And if he won't stop, then I'll stop him. With my... Yeah. Perfect. Awesome. That is simultaneously what I never wanted to happen and predicted in my head would happen, but not what I wanted to happen at all. You can't kill me. You're nothing. The knife approaches, its point glitters menacingly in the dim light. Inches away, I don't move a muscle. This is my last chance. I'll do whatever it takes. Oh wow, he's got an insane man's laugh. Intense pain rips through my abdomen. I feel the cold steel sink into my body. He did it. He stabbed me with the knife that killed Kurisu. The pain flares. It feels like my insides are being torn out. Okay. Oh my god. All right. I have to, look, from episode 1, from the very beginning, I hated the way Okabe Rintaro acted. But the writing, the character development, the stuff that they put him through, just the way that he's come truly full circle and yet retained so much of what makes him him. this coping mechanism, this chunibyo nutcase, retained that and used it to his advantage and made it healthy in a way, you know, mentally. It has resulted in him having the resolve to let himself be what could possibly be mortally wounded, right? Like, that's crazy. That is one of the rawest things I've experienced in a visual novel, and maybe in a story ever, where like he's like, come on, do it. I dare you. Do it. Kill me. That is sick. And now he's experiencing pain untold. Nakabachi yanks out the knife, blood gushes from the open wound. The iron taste of blood spreads through my mouth, pain threatens to steal away my consciousness. My body's on fire, my vision blurs. I struggle desperately to stay on my feet. That's what you get for mocking me? And then you stun him. Nice. He instantly turns pale. Now you've done it. I spear him with my glare and take a step forward. A wave of nausea surges over me. Blood sprays from my throat, but I don't look away. I keep my eyes fixed on Nakabachi. You'll regret this, old man. I'm going to kill you. You and the girl, I'll kill you both. Nice. Nice. Kurisu runs up to me. She holds me and supports my body. I'll call an ambulance. Even in this situation, what is she doing trying to help me? Didn't she hear me threaten to kill her? You're too soft-hearted for a tsundere. Back when I was trying to save Maida, you were always the one who saved me, so this time, I'm going to save you. What? You stun her. Kurisu convulses. Strength leaves the leg she used to support me. She collapses. Nice. Nice. I'm sorry. I send her my silent apology. I'll be sure to have oh my god, yeah, he's trying to scare him off, huh? Before I kill her. But first is you, Nakabachi. Oh, he still has the energy to laugh? Hold on, let me hear our boy Hoin Kyoma's laugh first. Oh, here. That is one hell of a laugh. Nakabachi tosses his knife away with a pitiful cry. He takes a step back, 2 steps back. Nice. Firing the stun gun once more does the trick. Nakabachi turns and flees down the hallway toward the elevators. But first, he makes sure to pick up the envelope Kurisu dropped. How shrewd of him. Okay, I touch my wound. The lightest touch sends pain coursing through my body. I fall to my knees. I feel faint. The bleeding won't stop. The blood is starting to pool on the floor. I press my hands into the blood. Still not enough. Oh god, no! I reach for my stomach, wetting. I take it. No! I take a breath and drive my fingers into the wound. The pain is like nothing I've ever experienced. Unable to bear it, I throw back my head. Scream time? Nice. That I cannot replicate. Well, actually, I know I can, because it's in a game that both Markiplier and Jacksepticeye played on their channels, but I won't do that now. It's a bit late for me recording this. I scream until my throat is raw. I can't stop now. Fighting against the urge to faint, I feed my strength into my hands and pull the wound wider. Oh god! Oh my god, Okabe. The resolve. My blood paints the floor crimson. Suzuha runs up to me. That wound, what happened? What were you thinking? If you die, if we fail. Uncle? You forget who you're dealing with, Suzuha. Look at the floor. Notice anything? That should be enough blood, don't you think? She looks down and beholds my masterpiece. A pool of blood. So I found out recently. Don't ask me how I know this, okay? Hey, don't look at me like that, okay? It's just a piece of information that anybody else could find. A human being will die after losing about, give or take, 40% of their blood, I think, okay? You can look that up. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering the fact, which is about half a gallon of blood. To make a pool of blood on the floor, I don't know how many milliliters or whatever measurement you want to use. I can only imagine that maybe it has to be enough. I mean, look, the shock, it doesn't have to be all that much for an onlooker, a horrified onlooker to be like, oh my god, she's dead, and then like run away. Excuse me, I don't know. But I sure hope he doesn't die. That would really freak me out. To deceive myself, to deceive the world. The stage is set. But uncle, you'll die. There's no way I'm going to die. Who do you think I am? I am the insane mad scientist, Hoin Kyoma. If convergence holds, then it's already determined that I don't die, not here. I die in 2025. That's a fixed event on the Beta World line. That was my bet. I intentionally provoked Nakabachi to rage. I took the knife meant for Kurisu and survived. The wound gave me what I needed to carry out the plan. Though I have to admit, I didn't think it would hurt this much. There's no telling what will happen when we reach Steins Gate. The future of that world line is still undecided. There's no reason it can't include my death. How ironic. I made a bet based on the guarantee that I wouldn't die, but winning that bet makes death a very real possibility. That is so sick! Oh my god! I twist my lips into a smile. Time to put the finishing touch on my masterpiece. Get Kurisu. Okay. Drag her into it. Picks up the unconscious Kurisu, then she lays her face down on top of my blood puddle. Kurisu doesn't wake up. She's perfectly still. But she's definitely breathing. I stroke her hair gently. Did it hurt? I'm sorry. But I had to do it. To save you. Even though those 3 weeks will never come back. I want you to live. Even if we reach Steins Gate, even if Kurisu lives, even if I don't die. We'll never meet again? Wait, how can you be sure, buddy? Whoa. Well, I guess there are no guarantees, right? This world line is completely unobserved. There's no way that you can tell. Kurisu will never join the lab. We will never build the time leap machine together, but still, I'm glad I was able to save her. That's love right there. That is true love. That is true love. Sayonara. Goodbye. Please stay unconscious for a while. I need you to deceive the first of me. While Suzuha goes to pick up the knife, I use the wall to climb to my feet. Mission complete. Return to base. This is crazy, Uncle. You're insane. Insane nonsense is not going according to plan. Okabe is quickly becoming one of my favorite characters that I have encountered. Holy crap, that's insanity. That is insane mad scientist stuff. I'll take you back to August 21st. Try to endure the G's, okay? Should have brought a first aid kit. I feel pressure crush my body, my wound throbs. I feel like groaning, but I bite my lip and bear it. Rainbow lights fill my vision. The time machine is activating. Suzuha wraps my wound with a towel. I'm sure Steins Gate is waiting for us on the other side. A world where nothing is known, where anything is possible. A world where you live, where Makise Kurisu lives, where Shina Mairi lives. A world where I have no reason to travel to 2010. The future may still lead to World War III. It may lead to a dystopia ruled by CERN. Someone's warm hand grasps mine. Tightly. But now, there is hope for the future again. I slowly close my eyes. It's hard to breathe, but my pain feels distant now. Once we arrive, I'll probably disappear. I won't be able to thank you for bringing me to Steins Gate. The worst part about this is that nobody will know. Once things change, if we're still in contact with people, nobody will know. Right? That's the worst part. You're the only one who will have all these memories, because you have reading Steiner. So I'll say it now. The warmth of her hand slowly fades away. Thank you, Uncle. Don't die. Live. And in 7 years, let's meet again. Okay? It's time to go home. Mighty and Daru are waiting. And with them, a future that is yet to be written. Are you going to leave us with that? No way. That can't be it, right? No. No. Oh my god. This song. It's bittersweet. It's lonely. You guys can hear it, right? You guys get what I mean? So the way that things are bending and the lights in the background, I assume we are time traveling, yes? This is what this is. We're opening Steins Gate and reaching it, right? That's probably one of the coolest moments I've experienced in like a visual novel, in a story even. Like, that was phenomenal. What a time to be alive. Truly. I am so happy that we embarked on this journey together, and I'm so happy that I played this game. Seriously, this was so worth my time. So fun. The story was great. It took so long to get started, but I understand what people mean now. I understand why this is overwhelmingly positive on Steam. It's worth it if you're ready to endure the beginning. And I know that people don't have the time for that, but my god. Was that lovely. If they left us like this, it would be kind of similar to the end of Nier Automata, and I wouldn't be upset, but I hope we get something. Give us something, man. Give us like a little bit. Just a taste, just a something. A morsel. To inform us, please. I think this is a full credits too, by the way, not just an ending credits, but hopefully we'll see something afterwards. So if something happens, I'll see you guys on the other side, okay? Who knows, maybe I'll even cry. Maybe not. We'll see. 1 point... Oh my god. Oh! 1.048596. Reach Steins Gate. Open the Steins Gate. That. I got an achievement. Let's see. It's been a month since then. My wound was deep enough to require surgery. If I'd been just 1 hour late getting to the hospital, I would have died from blood loss. The doctor laughed as he told me this. Hilarious. After being cooped up in the hospital for so long, it's exciting to be walking around Akiba again. I look around to see if Akiba is any different from what I remember, but nothing catches my eye. I just get the feeling that there are more moe shops than before. The mysteries of divergence. I chuckle to myself, then dig into my pocket. Something jingles. There are metal pins inside. 8 of them. Okabe, Suzuha, Hashida, Mayuri, Kurisu. Oh, shoot. Wait, what's, Lukako's last name? Urushibara? Ferris. Who am I missing? How many members are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okabe, Kurisu. Wait, we're talking first names, right? Okabe, Kurisu. Oh, let's just go in order here. Okay. Okabe, Suzuha, Hashida. Alright, let's just go through the characters that were all lab members at one point in time. Okabe, Hashida, Mayuri, Ferris, Lukako, Kurisu, Suzuha, Kiryumoika. 8. It's gotta be them, right? I think so. There are metal pins inside, 8 of them. The Future Gadget Laboratory's member badges, they're designed based on the pin Suzuha brought from the future. Which world line Suzuha was that again? Anyway, back then we searched all over Akiba for that pin, and while I was hospitalized, I thought it was the perfect opportunity to ask Daru to have them made. And of course, the one we commissioned to make them was that shady foreign street vendor. The final product is slightly different from Suzuha's, but it's pretty well done. I pass through the archway of Yanabayashi Shrine and head to the courtyard. There, brandishing a sword with sublime dignity, stands a Miko. The Miko is so lovely that anyone would doubtless stop to stare. But that's not a Miko, and that's not a real sword. That sword is a 980 yen imitation, and that beautiful Miko is a guy. Lukako lifts his head at the sound of my footsteps. Okabe-san, as soon as our eyes meet, he runs up to me in a fluster. His eyes are already wet with tears. You were discharged today? Yeah. But I'm sorry, I didn't know anything about it. Of course you didn't, I didn't tell you. I'm so happy. And then he starts crying in earnest. Seeing his tears, I feel an urge to pat his head and tell him everything will be alright, but I resist and sigh instead. I hear you were a natural at your cosplay debut. I hear you even have a fan club. Mighty filled me in on the situation. After years of persistent nagging, she finally convinced Lukako to cosplay near the end of summer break. It wasn't in time for Komima, but he wore one of Mighty's costumes to a cosplay event in early September. His cosplay debut was effective. Dozens of photographers took his picture and the images soon went viral on the net. Try to look up pictures of Lukako now and you'll get a ton of hits. He's being swarmed by fans, and since he's what they call a trap, he's popular with girls too. Oh my god. There are some things in this world I just don't understand. To be honest, it's so confusing. You know, I still haven't had the pleasure to see you cosplay in the flesh. I just can't. If Okabe-san were to see me, I'd get so embarrassed I'd die. But you had fun, didn't you? That's what Mairi said. That's important. You've grown up, Lukako. He's overcome his feelings of inadequacy and accepted himself for who he is. And even had fun doing it. Kyoma-san! It's all thanks to Seishin Zanma style. The Seishin Zanma style of sword fighting, I think it is, that you taught me. I've cleared my mind of all mundane thoughts. He truly is a worthy disciple. But you must not grow complacent. Your next objective is to ascend to the true form of the Seishin Zanma style. Once you've mastered it, the flames of evil sealed within you will have nothing left to burn. That moment will mark the beginning of the legend of Urishibara Luka, guardian Miko of the Personapolis of Akihabara. What exactly will this legend be about? I shall tell you at the proper time. I reach into my pocket and take out a pin. 006, Urishibara Luka. I grant this unto you. Lukako nervously accepts the pin with a confused expression. When did I become a lab mem? It's a memory from beyond the veil of time. Your past life, I suppose you could say. My past life? You've been a lab mem from the moment you were born. Be proud. It's not an exaggeration, it's the truth. Lukako most likely doesn't remember. But it's okay. even if I'm the only one who does. You don't like it? No, it's just I'm really happy. He starts crying again. I always wanted to be a part of your lab. I wanted to be one of you. But I never had the courage to ask. Thank you so much. He bows his head. This is a precious artifact. Only 8 of them exist in this world. Or the entire world. It's a magic item that protects you from all calamity. Really? No. It's a magical item that protects you from calamity. Really? No. So don't lose it. I won't. Lukako nods with a joyful smile on his face. Too cute. Welcome back, Master. I passed through Makequeen's door for the first time in forever. Ferris runs over to greet me. Kiyoma. She suddenly links arms with me. At first, I get a little flustered when something soft touches my elbow, but then I break into a cold sweat once I feel the murderous glares of the surrounding Ferris fans. They let you out of the hospital, nya? Yeah, I managed to claw my way out of hell. I tear Ferris off of me and take a deep breath. Precisely what I expected from the Hoin bloodline. The name of the Undying Phoenix isn't just for show, nya. I see she's still making up her own backstories for people. Nah, man, she's using what you made up, brother. It boggles the mind that this crazy cat girl is behind the redevelopment of Akihabara. Maybe the world's just messed up. Mayushi has the day off. Yeah, I know. She shows me to my table where I order iced coffee. Or iced coffee. Oh right, we decided to open a second Makequeen location, and it's right on Chuodori. Isn't that awesome? Don't you think you're abusing your authority as redevelopment committee chair? Just a little? No doubt the recent explosion of Moe shops is her doing. I think she's getting just a little carried away. This is my sacred duty. Now is the time to summon all the powers of Moe to this holy land in preparation for their offensive. What? They're going to attack to the awakening? Aw, he's playing along. They took your absence as their opportunity. The moification of Akima before they hatch? It's a race against time. Ferris also fought in the Rhinet AB tournament to gather karma, but it was really tough by myself. What the hell does she mean by karma? Over the past month, Ferris has started participating in Rhinet Access Battlers tournaments. Ferris is the chairman of the Akihabara Redevelopment Project, a high school student, a popular waitress at a maid cafe, the president of the company founded by her father, and the head of the Akiha family. She should be incredibly busy, but I guess she couldn't stay away from Rhinet forever. Anyway, she went to her very first official tournament and snatched a dramatic victory. Ferris is even more cheerful than usual now. I guess all it takes to feel fulfilled is to do the things you like to do. I need your mad scientist powers to stop them. God, she's such a nerd. I'll make them place their litter box. I guess I have no choice. If it's come to this, then I too must fulfill the covenant. Oh yeah, and take this with you. There we go. I take a pin out of my pocket and present it to Ferris. Where did you get this? She's already during my stay at the hospital. The test of the heart. You truly are a great man. I really don't get what's going on, so let's just nod for now. This belongs to you, lab mem number 007. Well, she's my lab number. She's my name, so I guess that makes sense. Whenever you need my help, just hold that pin and speak the incantation. Ferris and I smile at each other, and then we high-five. The Future Gadget Laboratory is the hope of Akiba. Can I come over for a visit? Of course you can. Taro will be glad to see you. When I get back to the lab, I'm startled to find an unexpected visitor. Whoa! Hey! Out of the hospital already? Yeah. Yeah. Tennoji Yugo and Nai are standing out front. Kiryu Moeka is with them. The Rounders, who killed Mighty on another world line. Nai hides behind her father when she sees me like usual. Oh yeah, let me introduce you. Tennoji indicates Moeka with his chin. Starting today, this girl's gonna work part-time at my place. Moeka bows her head. She's silent as always, but at least she's not holding her phone. I guess that's some improvement. Doesn't talk much, but don't let it bother you. Don't worry, Shining Finger and I know each other already. Shining Finger? Who's that? I point to Moeka. That's the name of her Esper power. Tennoji and Moeka ignore me completely. He helped me look for an IBN 5100. I got a thank you email from her during my stay in the hospital. That email helped me figure out our relationship on this world line. Oh, that retro PC you were talking about. Did you find one? Moeka shakes her head. Well, it is just an urban legend.
萌香はなぜ
Why did you decide to work here?
ブラウン管工房で
Did
バイトを
Tennoji tell her who he is? I thought Moika wasn't supposed to know FB's true identity.
私が
I
連れてき
brought
たんで
her.
す
Nai speaks up in a tiny voice. I introduced her to Daddy.
なるほど
I see, so you're a matchmaker, huh?
かかってめ
There's only two things I love in this world, Brawn tubes and my little girl.
お父さん
それに
Besides, it was more like the other way around. After Nai fell and got hurt, this girl gave her first aid and brought her all the way back here.
萌香に
I didn't know
そんな
Moika
親
had
切を
such a gentle side.
無職だ
Since she was
ったら
unemployed, I decided to give her a job as thanks for helping my girl.
まさか
Never thought our store would hire a part-timer. We
前
did.
にも雇っていたじゃな
Didn't
い
you
ですか
hire one just last month?
あ
Huh? You high on painkillers, kid? I've never had help before. Ah, of course. The Suzuha who worked here was the Suzuha of the Alpha World line, the Suzuha who came from a future ruled by CERN. The current world line is a different future, so she didn't come. The time she spent here never happened.
ま
Well, in that case,
そう
good luck to you,
いうこと
Moika.
なら
This is the perfect opportunity. I take a pin out of my pocket and hand it to Moika.
これは
いきなり
Oh, now you're
フ
flirting? Don't mess around with my
ラボメ
part-timer.
ンナンバー
This pin is proof that you are lab member,
ピンバ
or
ッジ
lab mem number 005. Our lab is on the second floor. Come on by whenever you feel like it. Moika stares at the pin in her hand.
ただし
But I can't help you look for the IBN 5100 anymore.
5100を探すのには
Okay?
もう
Don't be like that. Help her out, will ya?
断る
I can't. I'm a busy man.
この俺は忙
Catch
し
the
い
attention
の
of the rounders again? No thanks. Besides, the three of them are better off if we never find an IBN 5100. God, is that true? Oh my god, is that true? I end the conversation with a shrug and head to the stairs.
岡部君
Moika? I turn back to see Moika smiling ever so faintly. Wait, that's her smiling?
これ
Thank you. Wait, did you say thank you for this? Yeah. Yeah. The hatred I once felt towards them is gone. I forgave Moika and Tennoji both. Now that I've destroyed our time machine, we can go back to being good neighbors. I won't pry into their secret lives, and I won't attempt to fight them either. It's all up to them. However, the affection that Nai showed towards Moika brings an undeniable warmth to my heart. Microwave time. Right as I walk into the lab, I'm greeted by the chiming of a microwave oven.
おか
Mighty smiles brightly as she takes her juicy chicken number one, karaage number one, out of the microwave.
りおか
Okairin! Doo-doo-doo!
もしかして
Did you just combine welcome back and Okarin? Yep, I've said it before, remember? Then Mighty holds out the steaming chicken. Want some too? I'll give you one to celebrate your homecoming. I accept the gift of chicken and pop it into my mouth. I guess it's because I've had nothing but crappy hospital food for a month, but it's so delicious I want to cry.
その電子レンジ
Where did you get that
はどこで手に
microwave?
入れた
We disassembled the phone wave weeks ago.
おう
Oh, that was
それは
me.
僕が手に入れたん
Hey,
だ
hey, brother, what's good? Dado pops out of the development room in all his rotund glory. I wonder if he's making a new feature gadget.
買ったのか
You bought it?
拾ってきた
I
に
found
決
it,
まってん
duh.
だ
It was a
ろ
pain to
ちょっと
repair.
り
It's kind of old, but it still works fine.
さすが
That's our
スーパ
super
ーハッ
hacker.
カー
Now let's keep up that pace and make the next
その
future
調子
gadget.
それよりおかり
You're
おかり
mad? Why? Suddenly puts on a pout. Why did you leave the hospital without telling Mayushi? We were all the way to the hospital to pick you. We went all the way to pick you up, and then the nurse said you'd already left.
ナースエロかったよナース
I wish I was hospitalized. You think you're my guardian now, Mighty? You've certainly come up in the world. Have you forgotten I'm the one who protects
お
you?
しめのお世
I even
話
helped you with
を
your
した
diaper. Damn. I couldn't move at all after the operation, so my mother and Mighty made the great effort of coming to care for me. Especially Mighty, even though it was her summer break, she visited me every day. I'm grateful for this childhood friend of mine, from the bottom of my heart. She's a ditz, to be sure. It seems like she always needs someone to look out for her, but she's actually quite tough for her age.
幼馴染みの女子
You got your childhood friend to change your
おしめの
diaper?
世話してもらうとか
Alright, normally I cut this kind of stuff out, but this is
それなんかエ
him.
ロゲ
This is Dado. It's who he is. I think Dado needs to die for a bit. Hey man. Hey dude, me too. I'm glad we're on the same page, Okabe. I bought Mighty on the
今
head.
度
I'll buy you some juicy chicken number one later. It was worth it to help you after all. I breathe another sigh of relief when I see Mighty's innocent smile. Mighty is still alive. I've seen her die countless times. Though the events of those world lines have been undone, my struggle to escape them was not in vain. If the same thing were to happen again, what would I do? Would I accept her death this time? Or would I try to save her, even if it meant building another time machine? There's no way to know. The future is undecided, but for now, Mighty is here, and that means everything to me.
ほら、
Here,
Got it.
take these. I give Mighty and Daru their pins. It's so cute.
おお
Nice, they're finally
ついに
done.
完成
Mighty
した
pins the badge to her chest and shows it off with a pirouette. Do these guys know the full extent of what happened, or is Okabe the only one that is privy to that knowledge?
これから毎日
Gotta be sure to put this on every day, or else I won't be let into the lab. Nobody really made that rule, but whatever.
でも
But you know, there's something I've been meaning to ask you about the pin. What's that?
文字が書いてある
There's an inscription, right? It says Oshim Kufa 2010.
岡部
Okabe, Shina, Hashida, and then Urishibara and Ferris. I got those, but what about MK and A? So,
ここまではわかるんだけどね
yes.
その他の M
モエカ
と A って誰のことなの
Okay, it's really confusing with Makize Kurisu and Kiryu Moeka. But if it's Okabe, Shina, and Hashida, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We know who they are. M for Makize, K for Kiryu, A for Amane. But the current Mighty wouldn't understand. Those three were lab mems on a world line undone and forgotten. I haven't told Mighty or Daru about them. They wouldn't believe me even if I told them, especially about the last initial, A. I mean, how do I tell Daru he's going to have a daughter? I can just imagine his reaction. I remember. As I lay dying in the time machine, Suzuha gripped my hand and said,
到達したら
won't be able to thank you for bringing me to Steins Gate, so I'll thank you
あ
now.
りがとう
Thank you, Uncle. Don't die, live. Just as she predicted, Suzuha vanished the moment we returned to August 21st. Right before my very eyes, the time machine was enveloped in rainbow light and disappeared. She was smiling as she faded away. That was proof I had reached Steins Gate. And that's why I don't mourn Suzuha. And in 7 years, let's meet again, okay? I don't know what the future will bring. There's still the possibility that Daru won't get married, that Suzuha won't be born. But still, I believe that in 7 years, we will meet again. And that's when I will give her this pin, her birthright, as Lab Mem 008. Until then, I'll keep it in a safe place. I aimlessly head out to town. Alone. We don't even know what date it is, do we? I want to get a better look at the Steins Gate world line, but try as I may, I can't find anything drastically different. Way back when, Ferris's D-mail erased the Moe shops from Akiba. That time, it was obvious that the world had changed. Huh. Radikan's okay? I feel unsatisfied, so I look up at Radikan. Obviously, there's no satellite stuck in the roof. It's open for business as usual. When I arrived on this world line right after I saw Suzuha disappear, the very first thing I did was ask Mighty and Daru a question. Have there been any murders at Radikan? As they panicked at the sight of my bloodstained body, they answered that no one had been murdered at Radikan. As we waited for the ambulance to arrive, I had Daru call up the news on my phone. They were running the story about Nakabachi's flight to Russia. This time, Nakabachi looked terribly agitated. His eyes were bloodshot, he was yelling, spraying spit everywhere. His appearance was strikingly similar to how I last saw him in the hallway of Radikan. To me, his unintelligible rambling was evidence of Operation Skull's success. How can that happen? My precious thesis was burned to a crisp. The future of humanity went up in flames. This is no time for an interview. I'll murder every last one of your crew members. Oh! Money's not the issue. You burned my thesis. Yeah, because you can't make it again. Because it's not yours. Dickhead. I should never have let you fools handle my suitcase. None of this would have happened if I just carried it with me. The subtitles read, "What was your thesis about? Time travel." There we go. Where a female reporter continued, this outburst continued for some time. Dr. Nakabachi, also known as Makize Shoichi, was detained by Russian authorities upon arrival at Domodedovo International Airport in Moscow. Makize is currently under investigation by the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department as a suspect in the July 28th stabbing of a young man. I don't think anyone's going to listen to Nakabachi now. For argument's sake, let's say Nakabachi manages to recreate Kurisu's thesis from memory. Nothing will come of it as long as Kurisu is alive. The scientific community undoubtedly trusts the Makize daughter over the father, meaning Kurisu can deter any attempts made by Nakabachi. World War III won't break out. Or at the very least, it won't be over the Nakabachi paper. I haven't seen Kurisu. Apparently, Kurisu reported to the police that I was stabbed, but at present, there's been no progress on the investigation, as the victim, from their point of view, up and disappeared. I heard from Daru that no one was murdered at Radikan, and I couldn't find a single report of anyone dying in the area that day. Kurisu was still alive. That much is certain, but I haven't had any contact with her since then. Aside from the few words we exchanged at Radicon, the current Kurisu and I are strangers. Besides, I was bedridden, so it's not like I could have gone to see her even if I'd wanted to. Kurisu said that she was supposed to go back to America in August. That was on the Alpha World line, so things may have changed, but what reason would she have to stay in Japan after what her father did to her? I thrust my hand into my pocket. 2 pins remain. One of them is for Lab Mem 001. That's me. The remaining badge, which belongs to Lab Mem 004, may never reach its rightful owner. But Kurisu is alive, and that's good enough for me. I once chose to let her die. I once killed her with my own 2 hands, but this time I was able to save her. So, what's super cool is that all the endings were different world lines that played out, and maybe he remembers them? I don't know. No one remembers those 3 weeks we spent with Kurisu, no one but me. I will remember, I will never forget. So I don't need anything else. I don't want anything else. Hey, Kurisu. I don't know what the future holds. War may still break out, CERN may still complete their time machine, but at the very least, the future is undecided. We're building it now. From the bottom up. Not just me, not just you, but every man, woman, and child. So keep on watching, wherever in this wide world you may be. I take out my own pin and fasten it to my chest. I walk through the sea of shoppers staring straight ahead. You know, this is just like another movie that I remember about. Star-crossed lovers. That's all I'll say. I quickly turn around. Just now in the corner of my eye, I saw her. Look at this guy. Brother, you've got a chance. You have a chance. Please go after her. The girl who shouldn't be here. Her long hair fluttered as she passed me by. There. A familiar figure. I'd recognize that back anywhere. She has stopped too in the middle of the sidewalk. Slowly, slowly, she turns to face me. Oh. Oh. It's her. Come on, zoom out. Give me the whole shot. I thought she had gone back to America. It's her. She doesn't even know me. It's you! That voice, that face, that hair, those eyes. Makize Kurisu is standing there, the same as I remember her. I've been looking everywhere for you, ever since you saved my life. I was afraid I'd never have a chance to say thank you. I'm so glad we could... I'm so glad we could finally meet. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank goodness you're alright. Kurisu looks so radiant as she tries to hold back her tears. Just when I thought I had finally suppressed it, all my love for her flows out at once. I'm so happy that I want to cry too. So to hide my embarrassment, I take out my phone and put it to my ear. Why is she here? Reading Steiner didn't activate. Oh my god, What? Protect her? That's a tall order, my friend. But if that is a choice of Steins Gate, then so be it. Oh my god, my eyes. Psy Kongroo. Oh, he's like crying while he's saying it. I close my phone and clear my throat. I have no idea what to say. She's still staring at me with those wide, pleading eyes. I open my mouth. We meet again, Christina. How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not Christina or your assistant or... Hold. Huh? Now I really have no idea what to say. How does this Kurisu know about that? Those were the names I used to tease Kurisu. She always got mad whenever I used them. They were our bond. Our private joke, but I had yet to use them on the day we first met at Radicon. So how could this world line's Kurisu know?
あれ
Huh?
私
Why did I say that?
どうして
Words just popped into my head. It looks like Kurisu is as confused as I am. She stares at me, bewildered. And then I finally realized the truth. Everyone has reading Steiner. Even if the world line changes, even if the past and the future are rewritten, your memories remain. You've merely forgotten. All it takes is a push, and you can remember. The memories of those lost 3 weeks. The memories we made together.
ようこそ。
Welcome back, my assistant, Makize Kurisu. No.
いや、
Yeah,
クリスティーナ。
Christina. I reach into my pocket and take out the last pin. Nobody knows what the future holds. And that is why, just as this reunion demonstrates, the possibilities are endless. I place the pin in Kurisu's hand. I gently close her hand in mine, and holding back my tears, I tell her,
これが
this is the choice
シャインズゲートの選択だよ。
of Steins Gate. Open the Steins Gate completed. Well, guys, that's it. I feel happy. This is exactly what I could have hoped for. There's so again, whenever I end games on this channel, there's so much I want to say and talk about with all of you. Those of you who are watching and who enjoyed and know the whole story, watch the entire thing. Or even if you're just tuning in at the very last episode, which you really shouldn't be. Come on, man. Watch from the beginning. You just spoiled yourself. Come on. Regardless, that was wonderful. And a beautiful story. A beautiful, heartbreaking, and well-rounded story. Maybe another day, I'll do a whole video essay on this. Might even cosplay Okabe. Who knows? I've already got the fit. I've got the hair. Kind of. Just gotta grow it, maybe, I guess. Or just gel it back. I'm happy. I hope you guys are too. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I definitely did. Thank you for watching my playthrough of Steins Gate. Thank you for joining me on this journey. And with that, we close the chapter. We close the book on this story. I will see you guys in the next video. So for now, have a good rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Remember, the future is uncertain. It is what you make it. So get out there and do something. Bye.